welcome to a special edition of the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. Going to do a short video regarding the Celtic women's team. Remember, however, to like and subscribe, please, for these videos. Try and boost the analytics and the subscriber numbers and viewer numbers, help with getting this YouTube channel off the ground. An earlier short piece on the women's team proved quite popular, and so thought I would do a quick run through of the women's team, also known as the Ghirls, the GHIRLS team, and where they are looking to improve this season. Last season, as many of you I'm sure are aware, they came second in the Scottish Women's Premier League and won the Scottish Cup, and as a result have qualified for the Champions League qualifier stage. It's quite different from the version for the men's team, in that in early September they will be going off to play in Norway in what is in effect a semi-final, with the winners of that match then playing the winner of the other semi-final in Norway, with then the right to go into a head-to-head knockout with a mix of other teams who have come through the league pathway, and also some of the runners-up in the larger European Women's League. The winner of that head-to-head knockout over 2 legs then qualifies for the Champions League proper, which is in group stages and runs up over the rest of 2023, leading to a knockout stage and then Champions League Cup final winner. At the moment, the women's team are playing the early few fixtures of the Women's Premier League, with their first game having been on Sunday. They played the newly promoted Montrose team, who'd moved up from Division 2 into the Scottish Women's Premier League, and they had a 9-0 victory, with especially good performances by Kit Lafersky, the American forward, who scored 4 goals, and Amy Gallagher, the Scottish lady attacker, who scored 2 goals. In addition, one of the debutantes, Noor Imaine Adi, who is a Moroccan international, scored a goal on her debut, and quite a number of Celtic's new signings made their debut in this match. They will have another series of Sunday fixtures, with the next being at the Excelsior Stadium against Hamilton this Sunday, and it is not until October that they will be playing one of their main rivals for the league, when they play Glasgow City women's side, who are the current champions. The other team who is liable to be in the running to win the league and cups is Rangers, who Celtic managed to beat in last year's Women's Scottish Cup final, and Rangers women's team also were in the running to win the league right up until the last week of the season, but ended up being third. A few of Celtic's star players of last season have moved on, namely Jacinta, who is an Australian, Argentinian, Sri Lankan player. She has now moved on to play for Sporting Lisbon in Portugal. Pam Toyonhar, the Mexican goalkeeper, she has moved on. and also Natasha Flint, who scored a considerable number of goals for Celtic in the second half of the season last year. She has moved back. She has moved on to play for Liverpool in the English version of the Women's Premier League. Celtic have managed to secure three of their star key players on extended 3-year contracts, namely the captain Kelly Clark, Natalie Ross, and Chloe Craig. Chloe Craig, very experienced defender, who, along with Caitlin Hayes, who is one of Celtic's star players, acts as vice captain when Kelly Clark is unavailable. Celtic signed a couple of Scottish players back to the club: Jenny Smith, who came from Hearts, and Chloe Kavanagh, who is now having her third spell at Celtic, having also played for Spartans, Hibs, and Rangers. A rare example of a player who has played for both Rangers and Celtic. Celtic's women's side has also managed to secure a few overseas new players. And Celia Barclay, a young French defender who is very promising and has played at all the women's youth levels in France. Also, Murphy Agnew, a young American forward who is hoped to score the bulk of the goals along with Lefersky and Gallagher this season. There is the young 18-year-old Paula Partido on loan from Real Madrid's women's side for one season, and also the experienced Argentinian defender Luana Moniz, who is 24 and has had experience in Argentina and also playing in American college and league systems. And as already mentioned, Celtic also signed Noor Imen Adi, who is a 26-year-old Moroccan who primarily plays midfield. Celtic are very lucky, and they have arguably the best player in the Scottish League system in Caitlin Hayes, who has been a lifelong Celtic supporter and has always dreamed of playing for Celtic. I will attach a few videos in the community section and add a few links for videos also in the description section to go with this video. Celtic have a very strong side, a very strong squad, and I can easily see them doing the league and cup double this season. And primarily this will relate to how well they do against Rangers and Glasgow City. Coming through the Champions League qualifier is more difficult in that the system is rather complicated, and they will have to win quite a number of games against strong sides from elsewhere in Europe, even to get into the final group stages. However, I will follow the Celtic women's side on a mixture of YouTube and also BBC Alba, and hope that they have a successful season this season. The squad does look strong, but the only main area I feel Celtic should look to improve, if at all possible, is at goalkeeper. Understandably, in the game against Montrose, when we won 9-0, our goalie didn't have very much to do, but in the other game highlights that I have attached with this video, against Rangers in the recent Glasgow Cup final, which Celtic unfortunately lost 2-1, the defence was not quite so well marshalled as it was last year, with Tuyonhar in goal, and also our current goalkeeper Logan isn't quite so good at commanding her box or shot stopping. However, Celtic do have a number of other options in reserve with young goalkeepers, and Logan has been a great servant to the team and is much more than capable for the basic Scottish matches, but in those tight contests against Rangers, Glasgow City, and in Europe, possibly Celtic do require someone a little more skilled and stronger, as was the case with Dion Hart last season. I will, from time to time, do wee updates of the women's team, and hope that you have enjoyed this video, and hope this also gives a bit of a picture of the other teams as part of the Celtic family. Again, please like and subscribe, and any comments and suggestions with regards to coverage of the Celtics women's team, please pop those into the comment section. Many thanks, and speak to you again, and we'll do an update on the men's team again tomorrow.